Welcome back to another edition of Flashrock Live. You can't tell by my appearance, but tonight we're bringing you an episode with a lot of class and a lot of culture. It's my great pleasure to bring to you Darius.
Thank you. Flashrock.com live and in full effect. This song is called The Great Unknown. I don't need them. I've already served them well. Take this foresight and this wisdom. There's nothing to teach me now. 'Cause the man I am is only half of what I'll be. I've cut my wings, but I'm still flying. Poison me with all these insecurities. Maybe lost, but I'm still trying. I'm stepping into the great unknown. My only road is a path I roam. Embrace a world that I've never known. And I'm finally free, yeah. And if I change my emotions, ways that I think and feel, then I can change my ambitions. And all that I thought was real, and the man I am will be twice of what he's now. You cut my wings, but I'm still flying. The more I'll have for every piece you disallow. I may be lost, but I'm not dying. Not dying, no, no. I'm stepping into the great unknown. My only road is a path I roam. Embrace a world that I've never known. And I'm finally free, yeah. I'm stepping into the great unknown. My only road is a path I roam. Embrace a world that I've never known. And I'm finally free, finally free, finally free. Stepping into the great unknown. My only road is a path I roam. Embrace a world that I've never known. And I'm finally free, finally free, finally free, yeah. And I'm finally home. Get out of bed and the day has just begun. No time to breathe, only thing to do is run. Jump in the car, now I'm jammed from all around. I know that there must be more to life than this, but every day this reality persists. I'm trying to stand as things come crashing down. Here we go, jump in the flow. and then I'm locked from B to C. I let them in while they're trying to flip me off. It's hard to know who is good from who is not. My head is spinning and my wheels are almost shot. I watch them smile while they're trying to rip me off. Here we be, you and me. Are we slaves or are we free? I don't know where this will take me. What I know is that I've got to make this happen, baby. Today is the best day of my life, and I just won't think twice about what's right or wrong. I'm gonna keep this up just to move it along, yeah. Today is the best day of my life. Don't live it on the edge of a knife. I ain't slipping up, 'cause every time that I'm down, I'm gonna keep this up. Here we go, jump in the flow. Some say yes, while some say no. I don't know where this will take me. What I know is that I've got to make this happen, baby. Today is the best day of my life, and I just won't think twice about what's right or wrong. I'm gonna keep this up just to move it along, yeah. Today is the best day of my life. Don't live it on the edge of a knife. I ain't slipping up, 'cause every time that I'm down, I'm gonna keep this up. Today isn't the best day of my life. What is wrong? What is right? Today is the best day. Ooh. Hey, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up.
It's a pleasure to be here at Flashrock. These are great guys who run this place. Always have a lot of fun when I come here. This song is called What I Feel.
Did you hear the news today? Another city blown away, 100 lives lost in dust. Let's see a movie, something imaginary, the silver screen we seem to trust. As we sit in silence, they hammer us with violence. Doesn't matter if it's make-believe. Think that we are peaceful and say that we are noble. Well, all around it's fear that we breathe. And so much life inside of me, and so much death all around me. Does anybody see what I see? Does anybody hear what I hear? Does anybody feel what I feel? Now they say we're winning, all I hear is spinning, and any word of difference is a lie. We don't have opinions, until we have been given them, after we all step back in line. So turn a blind eye and hire some dumb guy to tell us everything is gonna be A-okay. Stick him on a TV, side of every magazine, just so long as he's got nothing to say. And oh, hey, oh, so much life inside of you and so much death all around you. Does anybody care how I care? Does anybody hope like I hope? Does anybody dream like I dream? I'm gonna keep on dreaming, 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 dreaming. 2, 3, Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 hey. Now the sea is rising, people barely surviving. Few may win, the rest are bust. Rain is falling faster, it's an unnatural disaster. So all we build turns to rust. And oh, ooh, oh, hey, so much life inside of us and so much death all around us. Does anybody see what I see? Does anybody hear what I hear? Does anybody hope like I hope? Does anybody dream what I dream? Does anybody feel what I feel? That's what I feel sometimes. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Some very, very nice acoustic guitar by Darius Lux right here in our
Thank
studio,
you.
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to
Much
Flashrock.
appreciated. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, we've had you in for radio, and we've got a few of your songs on the playlist, and it's finally nice to get you in here and get a bit of a live sampling of what you got going on. So, how are things going? How is everything going as far as what you're doing here? Because I'm gonna step out on a limb here, but I don't think you're around in these parts, are you? I don't know. It's just a little feeling I'm having, but
I was born in London, and I went to school in New York.
okay. I like how you said New York. You had that New York accent kind of just
New
pop
York.
in. That's
You
great.
pick it up. It's part of the place.
Nice.
And then I came out to California, and it's funny because in New York there's like a lot of like, oh, screw California, and you kind of buy into it for a while, and then you come out here and you're like, well, of course New Yorkers hate California.
That's right.
We're in paradise.
Our oceans
You know?
aren't full of junkies and dead people that the mob threw away.
Well, everything has its place to offer, but it's definitely easier to come from the east to the west.
Yeah, it's not as much of a culture shock, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, very cool. So how long have you been here in the States?
I've been here about 15 years.
Okay, well then, yeah, let's just gloss right over that
That's right.
because really,
I can't lose the accent.
well,
That's
it's
the
a
thing.
good thing you can because
That's
I think
what people
I think
say.
it works, and I'm sure the birds are treating you real well with it too.
That's not a problem. Yeah.
I would not imagine. So I should have grabbed that before we started filming this. You've got a DVD out from a performance you did at the House of Blues as well.
I got it today. Yes.
You got it. Oh, it's brand
copy.
new.
I got the proof copy.
Oh, you can step in the camera view because you're actually worthy of being in the camera.
Yes.
Nice.
So this just came. I mean, it didn't come out today. It came into my hands today. So I'll try and get that out online in the next couple of weeks.
Very cool. But there's a couple of songs that you performed for us here tonight.
Yeah.
And then a couple more from, I would imagine, from your album.
Well, I had an album out before when I interviewed here, and then I had an EP that came out in the last few months.
Okay. So you've been busy since you were here last.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very busy. I gotta say, man. I mean, putting a DVD together was the toughest thing I've ever done in my life. Did
you do most of the?
I had to kind of like
own?
mix it down, all that kind of stuff, and I mean, you know, normally I'm used to dealing with music stuff, and dealing with film as well was like a whole other thing. I mean, it's just like double the trouble, really, but it's rewarding, you know. Now it's done.
And now you're happy with what came out, and obviously, because if you weren't, you wouldn't have released it.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, real quick before we get off of the subject and forget while we're totally rapping and whatnot, where can they find you on the web? Where is a good place to get all the information that they won't get from this interview on you?
Well, since I'm part of the first name and last name.com generation, you can find me at DARIUSLUX.com.
Nice.
There's pretty much everything you need there. Otherwise, you know, I mean, I have a Facebook group, Darius Lux Music. I have a lot of fun on there. I mean, Facebook's nice because it's just kind of, you know, surpassed MySpace in the way of, you know, you have a possibility to connect with people from all around the world, and it's not as douchey as MySpace.
Thank you.
It's just like, it's a bit you know, there's like some great relationships that I formed on there, so I have a lot of fun on there. And you know, there's Twitter as well, but all the links are on my site, DariusLux.com.
Okay, so then that's where they can get a hold of the video and the EP and your first LP. Nice.
And iTunes as well.
Very cool. I'm going to say this again because you know I'm going to, but if you do decide to download the MP3s, get the whole damn album. Don't just go, you know, I'm just going to get that one because that's the one I like. Get the whole thing because really, literally, I'm sure being the artist that he is, he created an album for its completeness and its fullness, not just the one little color of red that's up in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Do you get me, people? Get the whole thing. Come on.
That's right.
So,
please.
Anyways, sorry, I was on my soapbox. I'm down now.
I set up these Google alerts just to keep track of stuff that's happening online, and so every so often we get these links for BitTorrent sites, and I've counted about 35,000 downloads of my album.
Nice.
And I wish I had the money for that.
Not so nice. So
it's a different world I'm living in.
So basically, right now you're living the life of Muddy Waters.
Sure.
An old black bluesman. Totally rocking, but totally broke.
But I mean, you see, there's so many great bands that kind of go through that. I mean, I'm a big fan of Muse, and you know, I mean, they put out, I don't know, like 3 million albums, and you know, they kind of hit pay dirt in the last few years. But you know, as long as people hearing the music, I think it comes back round again if you just stay true to what you're doing and keep putting out what you love.
Very cool, very cool. Now, the second song you did for us tonight, you have a band backing you up and accompanying you.
Yeah. So I felt very naked without them.
Well, I got to say this to you right now, and you can take it how you want, but damn you, sir. Damn you to Chelsea, because that breakdown in that song is now stuck in my head. I'm going to be driving home, and we hear...
Nice.
So,
all right, mission accomplished.
Yeah, I guess that's a good thing for you. For me, I'm going to be laying in bed like... But
well,
no,
you know, just get up at 4 a.m. and go and download it for free at some BitTorrent. It'll be all good, you know.
Well, the newer stuff, I would like to have you give us a copy of that for our playlist because we have been playing a lot of the stuff. Ted's a big fan, definitely. So I know he's
a big what?
Big fan.
Oh, big fan.
FAN, no G. Although we could go into that, I have
Ted
all the time
awesome.
in the world. Ted is
a great singer. You should give us a little line right now.
Oh, come on, don't pull that bullshit. Real quick, the guests have asked.
Shy.
Yeah, God.
He could have been the replacement singer in Journey, I think.
Yeah.
You're just not Filipino enough.
Yeah, no. I'm the Filipino Steve Perry. No, I'm going Joe Perry. No, it's Steve Perry.
Steve Perry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm having one of those dyslexic moments. Steve Perry, Joe Perry,
You're having one of
Aerosmith,
those
Journey.
vaporization moments, I think.
Oh, yes, very, very much so, man. Gotta get to work, man. So, all right, well, great. Well, I've been blabbing off the hook here. Go ahead, tell the world what you want to get out. Anything pertinent, anything you want to pump, anything you just want to get out there. Now I'm just going to shut the hell up, and it's the Darius Lux show right now.
I would, I mean, everybody toots their horn about their own music. I would say that for myself, I mean, I make music without agenda. I make it honestly, and for me, there's songs of freedom in what freedom means to me. So, I hope that freedom translates to people when they hear the music, and whatever else comes beyond that is whatever you get from it. But songs of freedom, man.
I gotta agree with that. That's definitely a true statement, because even when you're stuck in solitary for sticking that shiv in that guy that tried to, tell you to shh, honey, shush, you've got music, and music liberates you and takes you to places that you probably would never go in your ordinary life. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again to another edition of Flash Rock. It was kind of nice to give you something a little bit different than all the really loud stuff that we usually give you, which is great. But sometimes it's nice to be able to class it up a bit and kind of be able to sit back, relax, and then realize you're going to go home and go to bed, and at 4 in the morning you're going to wake up with dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun.
You're going to hear the full version.
You know what? I'm going to have to pick up a copy of the album, and I suggest you do as well. So from Darren, yeah, I'm not going by because it works better. From Darren and Darius, this has been another great Flash Rock Live, and we'll catch you on the next one.
These guys are great. It's a lot of fun around here.
Dude, you can totally do like an Abbott and Costello. You can be like the Abbott, I can be like the Costello. You're definitely like the nice, good looking.
Sensation just took me to another realm. It wasn't here. It wasn't on this earth. I went somewhere else, and it was just total peace and joy and